Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. And with that being said, get into the TA. All right, guys. So I am just going to point out at the start of the video that we are going into FOMC tomorrow. Papa Powell is going to be moving the market. I'm going to point out how I think the market is set up going into that event. I'm going to give my opinion on that. I'm going to go over these charts and yeah. Get right into it. All right, guys. Obviously, we're going to start off here with the large falling wedge, or, both pennant you got going on here. We're going to stick with a falling wedge here. I'm just putting it out there. This is set up like this on the hourly time frame going into a big event tomorrow. This is the consolidation pattern that the market participants decided to use. The big boys decided to do this time. It doesn't get much better than, just a very crystal clear consolidation pattern, whether it's going to be a rising wedge or a falling wedge or just a, range. We go top to bottom. All right, guys, we're really just still stuck in this range. I think tomorrow we are going to see which way we're going to go. I think it's going to be up because of what I've been pointing out over the last few trading sessions. I will reiterate what I have been pointing out in this video. I think things are set up to rally instead of fall. So yeah, all right. So you guys can see the falling wedge there. All right. So let's come over here. Now that you have broken out, oh, come on, buddy, come on. Now that you have broken out from the falling wedge, we are going to be paying attention to the golden pocket up here, which kind of aligns with this 442, the supply zone, with the top end of it being 442. All right, but you also have this 44402 resistance sitting right here in the golden pocket. So if we do head on into that, into FOMC, maybe it goes something like this. Maybe we rally into, tomorrow, FOMC's, we're going to get the rate hike announcement at 2 o'clock. So we're going to have to see what the market wants to do before. If we gap up out of this, then that is a clue. But I would expect sellers to be here, right here at this resistance. And I'm going to point out a potential pattern that could form off of this resistance right there, the 44402, tongue twister. And then you come down, maybe you hit FOMC right here. So we're going to adjust this. So it would be Wednesday right there, 1330. Right there at 2 o'clock, all right? Let's say right there at 2 o'clock, that's where this arrow is, all right? Or that pivot point of this arrow. Let's say you do produce a sell-off, okay? That move right there, the first move of FOMC produces a sell-off. Well, let's say you consolidate for a little bit, and then maybe it happens all in one day. All right, and then there you go. Now, what are we looking at? We're looking at an inverse head and shoulders formation coming off of a breakout of a falling wedge formation. So if that was to be the case right here, we would go like that. We'd go like that. And that is something that we could potentially be looking out for tomorrow. Now, either way, I am looking for a, upward breakout from here. Well, a breakout, that would be upwards. Breakdown would be downwards. I'm looking for a breakout from this falling wedge here. And I am looking for this to, at least this to happen. This doesn't have to happen, but I am looking for that move up. And this is what I was trying to say the other day. Guys, if you were a seller, if you wanted to short this market, I think you were, you were trying to short right at support. And I think, rather you would have been looking for at least, this move. And then you wanted to short this move. Okay, you come over here to SPY, and we're going to talk a little bit about golden pockets in this video because it's quite comical. All right, you did have this downtrend right there. You did break out of that. You do kind of also have a bullish looking formation going on right here. You have this little pennant. It really doesn't look all too bad to me, guys. It really does not. I cannot deny. You did break down from this rising wedge here. You came down. All right, right here. Boom. You found buyers today, right? Like, it wasn't exactly at the golden pocket, right at the 0.618, but the low of this candlestick was 511.12. This one is 511. So I'm just putting it out there. It is something that is respected. Okay. Like the large market participants, the big boys, they are respecting this. As you see, you put in that. Oh, what a spot to do it right there. All right. Right there at the, right there on the retest of the falling wedge, or the rising wedge that you broke down from the other day. But again, guys, if you can break through this golden pocket, so this one right here is just taking it from right here to right here. So now let's just get rid of this clutter right there. And if you want to come down to the 15-minute time frame, let's just go how this went this morning. Right here, you had the break and retest off of the high. All right, guys. So there's something called the opening range. This is literally the strategy right then, right there. If you're a day trader, that is something that you might know by now. But yeah, right there. If you were to, you know, do that little thing, the next resistance was going to be up over there in QQQ. Right over here, if you could break above this high over here, you're probably going to be running into the supply zone, which was right around 437. And you did run straight into it. And now it looks like you're flipping that supply zone into a demand zone. We're going to have to see how that goes. All right. So now I'm just going to talk about some things because, guys, in reality, FOMC is tomorrow. And if FOMC wants to tank the market, it can. I still think we're going to get a pop then going into it. We're going to at least see what I just pointed out there, getting into the golden pockets. All right. Just one more time. I'll point this out. Boom, boom, boom. Come over here. Oh, it was on the hourly time frame. There you go. Come over here. At least this we're looking for. So from here, this, you know, if we see a sell-off first on FOMC, well, wouldn't it be picture perfect if it sold off to right here and then boom, the second move was a move up and then you break the high. Guys, we have a daily bull flag. All right. Bolt, we're going to call it a bolt pennant going into or falling wedge here going into FOMC. I really do think this is going to have an upward resolution and I am just going to put it out there. You don't have charts looking like this, you know, if you are about to sell. Like we can sell, but I don't think it's likely at all. I really do not think it's likely at all. It's this thing held straight on the uptrend. All right, straight on the uptrend. You have your weekly range being retested right now. If we have a positive reaction, this is going to turn into a hammer candlestick. On the daily time frame, I don't know what this is going to turn into. If somehow it turns into a hammer candlestick by the end of the day, then that's cool, but I don't think that's going to happen. Regardless, what I really like about this is on the 4-hour time frame. Guys, you're right here on your uptrend. You have the daily bullish divergence. I have marked out right here the last, like, you know, a lot of times here. I think it's the last 7 times we had these bullish divergences pop up on the 4-hour RSI. You have a 1, you have a 2, you have a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we have the 8th, and it looks pretty crystal clear what's going on here. All right, 176.84. That is where your gap would be filled right there. Some people do it differently than I do it. Actually, most people do it differently than I do it. But I am just putting it out there. That is also right here at the bottom of the golden pocket, the 0.786 fib. So, you know, if you do somehow get a gap up tomorrow and it's above the high of today's candlestick, that would be, you know, picture perfect right there, because then you'd have an island reversal. But as long as you get a, you know, a positive reaction tomorrow, like this is looking picture perfect. Like even without the positive reaction tomorrow, it is looking picture perfect. Like this is the setup right before a bounce. We have a news catalyst tomorrow. We have QQQ and a bolt, you know, a bolt pennant / you know, falling wedge going on here. SPY's really not looking all that bad too. You got IWM, and let's point out something else on the 4-hour RSI. All right, you were in. When you were just tanking down here, you found buyers right here at the 0.786 fib. This RSI was all the way down here underneath 30. So I pointed it out. Guys, all right. You see what I see? You know, this is what, you know, even if you're going to go lower, you typically do end up, you know, starting to get a bounce. And then boom, you go a little lower. Put in a bullish divergence like that. Right here. Starting to get a bounce. You went a little lower. Then you got a bounce. All right, then you went a little lower again, put in a bigger bullish divergence, then you did that, and you just kept going. But my point is, you get these bounces, okay? And in recent times over here, get that, you go a little lower after you get your bounce, go a little lower, and then you get a big bounce, all right? Guess what? This was the perfect spot to bounce. You turn on real-time hours, the regular trading hours, and you had this falling wedge to go off of as well. Boom. Okay, so there's that. But as far as AMD goes, we're going to look at the chips because I think those are telling. I really do, guys. I don't think we're just going to fall off a cliff here when the chips look like how they do. I really do not. And then I'm going to point out Apple. So that's going on there. You have the bullish diverge. You got the 5-week-long range retest after 3 weeks of being outside of the range. I don't think it's just going to last 3 weeks there. Retesting your trend line there. You found buyers originally. You got the bullish diverge going on there, and you almost filled that gap. It's looking pretty good. And you're in the golden pocket. So there's that. Then you come over here to the big brother, NVIDIA. And again, just how QQQ looks. Guys, it looks really good. It does not look bad. Now, I would have liked this thing to get the 4-hour close here. It doesn't look like that's going to be the case. But if it does, that's your little tell into tomorrow. And on top of that, guys, this just looks phenomenal. I did return to Weeble last night to make a NVIDIA post. I didn't even want to make a post. I just saw all the people bearish in the comments. I was like, guys, you can short the thing, but like, you see this opportunity down here at 823.94. That is somewhere to like go. I'm not saying heavy into NVIDIA, but buy some time on your contracts. And I think you're going to make a lot of money there. Like a lot of money. This is an opportunity that I was waiting for over here, and you kind of just bounce right here at the golden pocket. You guys want to see some really crazy stuff. All right. Some proof of concept and a half. All right. So boom, you bounced off your golden pocket. Well, what happened next? Well, you found sellers in the golden pocket. You guys want to see what happened next? So you sold there. Now you're going to go here. What happened there? You found you found buyers in the golden pocket. And now we're going to retrace this move. Where did sellers step in? Right here in the golden pocket. You could have just kept buying calls or shorting. Like, this has been building out this consolidation, and it's all taking place in the golden pocket. I think it's the funniest thing ever. Okay, I think it's the funniest. That's 4 different golden pocket tests. We got a 1, we got a 2, we got a 3, we have a 4. This one did undercut that low, but now you have this look to it. So I do think this thing is going to be breaking up into tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to happen today into end of the day, but I will tell you right now, I do think that tomorrow, I think with how things are set up, I think it's going to be a good day. Tesla over here. This is like, we have things looking like if they go, it could be the start of a decent sized move. You have Apple. We'll see how this thing closes right here. Guess what? Right now it looks bullish. It looks like it's going to get the close, but who even cares? Like, guys, it's right around the corner. This thing is getting to the end. And even if it were to tank here, boom. But, I also don't think that's going to be the case, given how some of these other guys look. Guys, AMD is not going to look like this. Like, you can go back for a while, and, every time you get this, you're good. I'm not even talking about the divergence, just being down here in oversold territory. This is where you have your bottoms. All right? Even when you were just dying for a very long time here, you got down here. This is where you're getting your bounces. Now you're in the bull market, the chip bull market. And now you're really getting your bounces. So there's that. But specifically over here on Mr. Apple, this thing looks ready to go. So I will point that one out before I go. You got that going on. You want to see some other golden pocket action. It really, guys, it just keeps showing up. You have SMTI, guys. Down here, guess what? You could have played these for bounces back when contracts weren't like, expensive up the wazoo. But guess what? Since it's taken off, you really haven't gotten that opportunity right there. You haven't seen this condition pop up. But the last 2 times it did pop up, like, this is what marked it before, like, a decent bounce. Right over here when it popped up, you did still get a bounce. And then even over here, where you started moving back up. I know it looks like this was small price action, but let's just zoom in here. 251 all the way to 326, because it's a 30% move, if I'm doing my math correct there. Yeah. All right. Not looking too bad, guys. It's not looking too bad. Then you got something like, I don't even want to point out this one, Meta. All right. I really wish I took Meta. I was so prepared to take Meta. And then I don't know. I just did not in the moment. I did not want to take Meta. I don't know why. I had a few opportunities at this bad boy. Right here on the morning sell-off, I considered it. And then right here today, I considered it. And I really don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't trade Meta. I feel like I've traded in the past and have gotten rocked on Meta. Then again, AMD has always like thrown me for a ride before it's paid me, and I still touch that thing. And then Nvidia is the same, that's the same. So you know what? Maybe I don't know. I'm weird. It is what it is. But yeah, right over here, guys. This also looks picture perfect to get some upside. This is exactly the spot we were pointing out. If you get that, it doesn't get much better than that in terms of confluence. All right, guys. So that is pretty much it. I do think we'll be moving up tomorrow. That's just my, opinion on how the charts look. But, anything can happen. So let's see what happens. Let's come over to Mr. VIX before we go and see how that guy is looking over there. All right, VIX is selling off into tomorrow. Do we have any bullish divergences going on? We do. We do have a bullish divergence going on. Mr. VIX right now as we speak. We'll just take that. We'll just move that bad boy over. There you go. Oh. All right, guys. So that is what I got for you. With that being said, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.